Well, hello, tackle tacticianers. Hey, on this episode, I'm going to cover how I clean my airbrushes, what I use, and the apparatuses, I should say, in my little station. I've had a few questions sent to me and about how I go about it, and instead of just using the old little blow pot, which I have that, but when you're doing multiples and you're doing a lot of painting, that thing will fill up pretty quick. And it's great because if you're doing a little here, a little there to clean out your brush, but I use quite a bit. I use a lot of the water-based acrylics, like majority everybody does. I do have lacquers, which I prefer lacquers, but sometimes I just I have such a wide variety of the acrylics, and they're fairly inexpensive. But anyhow, this is what my little station is, okay? What I've got going on here is I've got an old sink. It's a bar sink that I had that I was going to use in my outdoor grilling station, my cooking station, smoking station, whatever you want to call it. And I've had it for years. And I thought, I've been using a big trash can just to blow everything in after I quit using my little spray jar, because that just don't hold enough. You got to empty it anyhow. And I used a big trash can, and of course it took up so much room. Then I tried a smaller trash can. Well, so then I thought, well, okay, I tell you what, I'll use a bucket. I used a 5-gallon bucket. Let me look down here, and I still use it. I put a little, if I can see down here, I put a little mesh material over to, actually a filter for HVAC, and I put a little hole in there, and I blow in that, and it kept it from blowing out. Well, I've had this little sink here for I don't know how long, sitting out waiting for me to install it. Well, I found a bigger, better one, so I built a bigger one for my cookout station, or outdoor kitchen. So anyhow, so what I did is I built this little frame, as you can see, just some quick little 2x4s, had a piece of acrylic, put a little shelf on the back, and what I use is I use an air pot. This is for like hot coffee, what have you. I had one from John Conti Coffee Company years ago, the rep gave me, and it would hold hot coffee or water for about 3 days. I mean, it was awesome. This one's not bad. It keeps it, about 24 hours. It keeps it pretty warm. And I don't have water run out here yet, and I have not plumbed this, as you can tell, because I put my bucket down there. I have not plumbed it out to the wall yet, because if I plumb it out there, then I'll end up either having to go into a bucket outside, or I'll end up digging a hole and inserting a bucket for it to drain into, and maybe make a little leach field off of that. But right now, what I do is I take that bucket, and I have another bucket that I have charcoal impregnated filter material out of the aquarium trade, or you can get it at HVAC, and I actually run it through that bucket through the top, let it pour down there, and it absorbs all the bad chemicals or what have you, and then I discard the dirty water from there. Anyhow, and I don't have water run out here yet. That's on my to-do list. I've been wanting to do that for about 6 years, but I was using the trash can for the longest time, and that works great. But then all that water and whatever, and I was using a 50-gallon can. It was big. And I stepped down to a 33-gallon or whatever, and it's still big. And this was here, and I said, why not? And so this actually works out really good. And being I don't have water hooked up yet, which hopefully maybe this winter I might do that, feeling halfway decent, I end up getting a little tea kettle. I think it's from Walmart's where I got it from. My wife picked it up for me. It's an electric little tea pot that I fill it with water. I just use regular tap water. No need to use the distilled water, which is great because you don't have any calcium buildups or whatever minerals if you're using that. But just to clean my airbrushes, well, I take it and I fill up in my hot pot, and you can see I just put that in there, boom, fill it up, and then I can just hold my airbrush. I can't do it one-handed here. Hold my airbrush, and then whoop, there we go, I got my water, and it goes right down there. And then I use, I put a little cup, a paint cup, I glued it on, put my little Q-tips here. It had a little hole or a little thing on the side, so there it holds the my toothbrush, and I got an airbrush. I got a regular paintbrush. I go in there and I clean out whatever, and then blast it through. Boom, I'm done. And as you can see, I got a bungee corded here. I've actually got it glued to the base here, also, because the reason why I have this one is because my John Conte one that I loved so dearly, after I built this and had this going for about 2 months, my fat butt come through here and I didn't have it bungeed, and I knocked it over and I broke it because they have a glass insert inside there. So then I was looking on Amazon and through Walmart and all that stuff trying to find one, and me and my wife, okay, I'm cheap, yeah, $35, $40. I mean, you could probably pick some up for 30, but getting them shipped, the horror stories of them being shipped, they come broken all the time because they have that glass insulated sleeve inside there. So me and my wife were just happened to stop at a little peddler's mall, and boom, lo and behold, $5. Yeah. You know, I looked at a couple of different ones like the Goodwill or whatever, and we were up in Louisville, Kentucky one day a couple years ago. I still had my good pot, and man, they had like 3 or 4 of them, $5. I should have bought them. I had an extra one of these. I gave it away. Gave it to my sister. What a, well, the John Conte one. What a dummy. But that was 20 years ago. And now it has a purpose, a great purpose. But anyhow, and that's basically all I do. So, I've got my paper towel holder right there beside it. So it's convenient. I actually prefer using, I've got my regular towels that I use. And then I prefer a lot of times using the little blue shop towels because they hold up better than a regular paper towel. And as you can tell, I ran out of room on my airbrush holder. So yeah, that switch there is turned the compressor on and off. Makes it a lot easier instead of trying to flip a little switch, whatever. And I've got it underneath my hydrographics dipping tank, commercial dipping tank, if you see the head there. And that's my paint booth. But anyhow, so I put this one down here, my Pache, and I just use this one for priming or clear coating. And every time I put it down, that little trigger would hit that screw, and it would blast paint. And I'm kind of anal about that, even though I need to really clean this out. Really, real anal. Same with that. But I found a silicone pad I stuck on there, glued it down there, and it works pretty good. And as you can see, it's just a simple little 2x4 stand, nothing major. I had to put another bucket there because I was gonna take a piece of PVC and go down to that and have it where the PVC will slide up and down so I can take the bucket in and out. But I had that extra deck paint, still have some use. Actually, it's about halfway full, so I didn't want to. I needed a place to put that because you can see I've got quite a bit. Everything's full. Everything, even my rod grab machine's up there. Everything is full around here, and I'll probably make a little shop tour. Eventually, I've had some people ask about it, but here's a quick little sneak peek, I guess, huh? But anyhow, thanks for the questions, and I try to answer as many as I can. Sorry, I've delayed on getting a video or two put up. It's been a little while. I had some ups and downs with the medications and stuff, and now I'm finally feeling great again. So keep the ticker going, and hopefully I'll keep on painting. So and doing these little videos. But hey, if you can, like and share, make comments. I like to try to get the little channel up a little bit. It encourages me if I get more subscribers or comments and what have you. I do get quite a few emails, and you can email me at tackletactician at gmail.com, or you can hit me up at contact@evolutionlures.com. And you can ask questions or what have you. And there's been plenty of them that send me their phone numbers. I'd rather call than text. I'm sorry. I know the new thing is nowadays, well, the 10, 15-year-old new thing is texting, but I'm old school and I prefer to talk. It's more personable. And you don't get things confused out of the way and stuff like that. But yeah, and you can see I just had a quick little view here. And I'll go over my little spray booth and how I got it set up, whatever, in another video. But if anything, please, there again, like, share, comment. help me get the little subscriber base up a little bit, and I'll keep pumping out some more videos. Let me know if there's another item you want to know how to do, or you have problems with, and I'll make a video if I can, and I'll get it out there to you. Hey, once again, I appreciate you tuning in. Thank you from the Tackle Tactician, and remember, as always, take a child fishing, or a kid, or an adult. Take somebody fishing, unless you don't want to give up your favorite fishing spots. Until next time, thanks for tuning in, guys.